Mystic Live tonight at 9:45. A little late than our usual 5. The fact of the matter is, I left work early today because I wasn't feeling well. And so I was very tired. So I took a nap and woke up at 7 o'clock, sleeping so hard I thought it was 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. So it was like, oh, wow. But I didn't want to go to bed or back to bed tonight without sharing with you a very poignant tonight May Day thought. A year ago, my sister and I started doing videos for our family and friends. And we did one for May Day, which is today. We talked about how when we were kids, we would take baskets. They weren't baskets. We would make baskets out of envelopes and put violets and dandelions and forget-me-nots in it. And we would make a little handle by cutting away the non-gummy part. And we would run to our neighbor's door, hang them on the doorknob, knock on the door, and run away. May Day, in its original form, was a time of celebration. We were celebrating spring and togetherness, especially after winter when everybody was separated because they stayed in from the cold. So it was a time of coming together, loving each other, and sharing. But I have to tell you, this year, my heart was deeply saddened when I realized that that type of celebration of May Day would not be advised today. Why? Because a young man went to pick up his siblings at a play date, knocked on the door, and got shot in the head by a man who was filled in his head with conspiracy theories from nonstop negative news. He was afraid. He was afraid because the boy was black. He was afraid because we're being brought into deeper and deeper division today. Now, I did not want to depress you. The poignant part is the bittersweet part. But what we have to know is that what once was can be again, if not right at this moment. I'm not going to tell you what you have to do, but I am going to suggest things that you can do. I find it is difficult for me to stay upbeat. Oh, as I usually am, and I do pretty good at staying upbeat. But it is difficult with all the negativity that surrounds us. Well, there's always the option of ignoring it. But ignoring it is not going to heal that which came up for healing. You see, it's not about who shot who, it's that somebody shot somebody and why somebody shot somebody, and how can our country, a light, once a light for inviting the downtrodden to come to us and to receive a better life. And we don't seem to be offering that, but there's a beautiful phrase, where there's life, there's hope. So to me, the challenge is to try to, instead of building barriers around ourselves, to try to break through barriers, not by force, but with love. And our job is to love everyone we come into contact with, even if that person tap dances on our last nerve. It doesn't mean we have to like someone to love them. To love them is to let them know that there's nothing to be afraid of, that I know you might think I'm spewing flowery illusions, but I am not. We must make inroads. We must shine light in the darkness as we were instructed by our master teacher. One of the most distressing things about uh, the darkness, the shadows uh, that we're immersed in at the moment of distrust and hate and division, there are a lot of people who are claiming that they are doing it for God, for religion, but it's nothing about what God or religion or Jesus taught at its essence. Not what Buddha taught, not what Confucius taught. It's not what any of them taught. We are taught to love. And on this May Day, which is supposed to celebrate new life and spring, I invite you to find every way you can to make those inroads to connect us again, to find ways to make peace. It's not going to happen overnight. It didn't get this way overnight. But let us celebrate May Day, the return of the flowers after a dark, cold winter. May we emerge from this dark night of the collective soul with the light of truth and peace and love. Let us do as we are instructed by every religion, to love each other, to do unto others as we would have them do unto us, to hold our truth, and in this day of deception, to stand for accountability, looking for cause, not fault, looking for correction and healing, not condemnation. God bless you, my friends. And for what's left of it, a happy May Day. Bye-bye.